So if you did like I did, but on the reverse side, you started it and then you have a whole bunch of garbage at the beginning. We'll talk about how to remove that. Sometimes you have a session going and then somebody turns their video on in the middle of your session, and so you have a person pop up where you don't want them. How can you fix that? How do you add some titles and stuff like that to your videos? How do you add some sound if you want to have some different sound? So we'll do that in April. All right. So um, let's see. I did go, it was just in the wrong order. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing this. Okay. And then I'm going to share my screen before we get into the demos. Let me share my screen and show you a couple of things about posts and pages. So probably raise your physical hand or your electronic hand if you use primarily pages on your website today. Yeah. Is anybody using posts? Paula, are you using posts? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So one of the differences is that posts can be categorized. So you can have a category, and I'm going to show you special interest groups, for instance, could be a category, and you can have posts underneath that that might be uh, international group, book group, that sort of thing, so that those all hang together and they look like they run together. And then the formatting on posts can be a little bit different than on pages. So let me share. Okay. So let me move you guys out of my way. All right. So you can see the screen that says Zoom on it as opposed to the presentation. Okay. So um, So I have a category called special interest groups. And let me, okay. And within, so I'm going to show you how to get there. Okay, so if you go to your dashboard, on the left-hand side, you have posts, and there are all posts. You can add a post, and then there are categories. I'm not going to go through tags today. I'm just going to go with categories. I have set up two categories, but I'm only really using one because I have 5 posts under the category of special interest groups. And so if I view the category, special interest groups, then you can see these different posts below, which are a post that has the category of special interest group. So you can put this category up on a menu. You can put it anywhere. It's essentially a widget. It's a little tool. So these all hang together. And if you go to Play Reading Group, you'll see the post itself. And then they cycle through the different posts that are in that category. So if I click down here, it goes back to International Study Group. So each of these is an individual post, kind of like a page, but they hang together. You can't make pages fall under a category, but you can make posts fall under a category. The posts also have some interesting formatting. So this one was formatted as what's called a side. It's the only one that seems to be different to me. There are a couple of other ones, but they don't really make much of a difference. So I'm going to go up and edit this post so you can just see what it looks like. So it looks like any of your other little editing pages. So you put the content here. This is the title is up here. And I just put in the coordinator's name. I gave it a heading. I put a link to the person. So this is an email address. I put an image in here. and then just the content. And this one is formatted as aside. And if you look over here, there's this thing called aside on the right-hand side. These other ones all seem to work the same, even though they say that they're different. I have not been able to make them appear different, but the aside one puts a colored background behind it. I don't know how to change the color, but that's an option. I think it goes off the CSS. So, so this is categorized under the category of special interest groups. So all of the posts that are under special interest groups will appear on that page. So that's a different way of doing it. Right now on our site, we have our special interest groups on a page. So this is a different way of doing it. And I just have the name of the special interest group here. And if I click on it, it goes to a page that is a special interest group. Now they look the same because I copied them so that you could see the difference in the way that they're formatted. And you can tell what it is because up here it says edit page. So sometimes you wonder, is it a page? Is it a post? What is it? When you go to edit it, you'll see it here. You'll see the type of document it is. So this is a page. Okay, so pages, all individual. The way you hook them together, I'm just going to go back, is I put links on another page. So a page goes to a page, but you have to make that link happen. If you do a category, you can see all of them together and then you can cycle through them. So that's a slightly different way of doing them. Let's see, there's a chat out there. Uh, are the clip art images from Canva or somewhere else? I use Canva, Toby. I am a Canva geek. That's all I do is Canva. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you is that I have also done a page with, rather than doing submenus or just doing a list, I have done something that allows you to more visually share. And this is a table. And we're going to do a table with somebody in a few minutes. But this is a table that I've done it in two different ways. This is one that says reading group, and then it has a picture below it. So remember before it was just the reading group on the one page. If I click on here, it goes to, I actually sent it to the post. So, so this is another way of displaying. So for those of you who have a lot of information and you're looking for something more visual, but you don't want to do the menu options below, you can do something like this. This on this row here, I have the link in the name of the group. And on this one, I have the link in the image. And you may not know how to do a link in an image, so let me show you. So I made this table. I did not use their table thing because it sucks. The technical term. It's horrible. So I did this one in Word and then I just cut and pasted. I did have to insert the image in the table by adding from the media library. That part does not come over. But on this one, where I have the image, check this out. If you edit the image, I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger. In the image, you can change the link when you click on the image to a custom URL. So it usually goes to the media file, but you can change it to the custom URL. And then I just put the link for that post or page in there. So when they click on the image, then it will go there. And on the California site, I actually put the link both in the name and in the image because people are used to being able to do both. We've kind of gotten used to being able to click on anything. So this is a way that you can make that image be clickable. And then when I copied this over, I have to do a little formatting. I've got to center it and maybe change the font a little bit. I had to center the images. So if you click on the image, you get left justified, center, right justified, no alignment, which means you don't know what you're going to get. So I'll show you. So on this one, I put this in the same cell. On this one, there are two different rows, and you can see the little line here, which shows you that it's two cells, two rows. So on this one, under book group, I'm going to add media, and I'm going to put my book group picture in there and say insert into page. And then I'm going to say, let's center it. And then let's, well, let's see, I don't know what the tag is, but if I wanted it, I could say change it to go to custom URL, and then I can put my URL for that page in here. So the image will go to the page, and then you can have the text go to the page as well. So that might help some of you with some of your display. Okay, so that's the difference between pages and posts. Before I go on, any questions on pages versus posts? No? Okay. And Isabel, I agree with you. She put a pet peeve is when it doesn't open into a new tab. I agree. Be consistent. Either open it in a new tab or don't open it in a new tab because your users get lost. Because sometimes it works one way and sometimes it works another way. So that happens when you go here and you do edit and you do settings, open link in a new tab. And that's pretty consistent throughout the site. I think you've always got that option when you're pushing forward. Okay. All right. So let's see, who's my first guinea pig? Barb. Is Barb here? Finnegan?
I am
Yes.
here, but
All right.
I'm going to have one of our other members, Mary Anderson, be the guinea pig with you because she's new to our branch and she's the web administrator. And
Okay.
I can identify problems, but no way can I find the solutions. So I'm going to have Mary hop on with you.
Yeah, and
Okay.
so I have web experience, but I'm used to Drupal and I'm currently learning HubSpot. So I'm kind of in the like, oh, this is a whole new platform and I got to figure out how it works.
Okay. And this is WordPress. It's not HubSpot. So
No, at work I'm learning HubSpot. So I'm learning
oh, okay.
HubSpot at work and I'm learning WordPress for this group.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop sharing and you can share. And while you start to share, oh, wait, I probably have to turn it
Yeah,
on.
I'm sending a request.
Uh,
So
let's see. One participant can share a time. You should still be able to share because I stopped sharing.
says
What-
host isn't allowing sharing for this meeting, so you have to turn it
well,
on for users, it looks
that
like.
is a pain, right? Let's
Yeah,
see.
great
Multiple
fun.
all participants. Okay, they've moved a couple of these things around. So you should be able to share now. And there were a couple of observations in the chat that I'll mention as you're getting ready to go. Yes, this is being recorded, and all except for the first 7 minutes that I forgot to turn it on. But this part is being recorded. And photos are posted in the media library. So that's where you find them. And then Toby, it says still don't understand. What part are you not understanding?
Um,
When I looked through the Long Beach website, I came across a link that had a whole bunch of posts to it. And so I'm still, and they looked like they were pages, only they were called posts. You're you're saying that what posts are more what I want to say fluid than pages, or
They're categorized, so you can create a post and put a category on it, and then it will automatically appear there. So if you have a category of special interest groups as part of your menu or someplace, and you added a new special interest group post and you tagged it to special interest group, then it would show up in that category. And your users are not going to know whether it's a post or a page, and they shouldn't. It'll just appear. So it doesn't, they're not, that's going to be kind of blind to them. For, let's see, Kathleen. And Margaret says, I don't know how to get access. Okay. I will send, so after this piece is done, I will answer that question. Okay. So, um, so for this is the Mid-Peninsula branch, and can you go to the show the website so that we can see what you're trying to fix before we try to fix it? So you said the red donate button on the upper bar is the same as a donate to AAUW on the lower bar. So, so this one up there, and then if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, you'll see another donate. You have a long homepage.
And the
Too
third
long.
one, I don't think this third one has a link.
So actually my
So keep,
question is, how do I access these areas, the navigation at the top, and then these links and other information in the sidebar?
we're,
I don't know how to access those to
yeah,
edit.
yeah, we're gonna get there, but I want you to go all the way to the bottom
Right?
of this page.
Yeah.
So there's donate
Oh,
and
down here.
join us and AAUW strategic plan. Those are national links that we cannot change.
Okay.
Those are there. And if you scroll part way up on the right-hand side, there's also another view national strategic plan in a blue box on the right. We can also, oh, good on.
Did I,
We cannot change that either.
the black box?
Correct.
Okay.
It's actually blue, but yes, that one.
Oh, it's turned black.
So now if you go to the very top where that donate button is, I'm going to show you. So this where it says home, AAUW National,
Mm,
F,
yeah.
donate and join us. These you can change.
Okay.
So you might want some branches have their donate go to a donate page on their branch that talks about their branch, and then it links to the national place where you can actually make the donation. And the same thing with the join us. So you may want to say, we love blah, 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 and we want you to join. And then here's the link to join. So it's two different things. You have control on the ones on the front. So what I want you to do now is to go to my dashboard. Okay. And then on the left-hand side, near the bottom, it says Site Settings. Okay. So where it says Join Us link, that link goes
Okay.
that link goes to that button on the top. It
Got it.
doesn't go to the button on the bottom. It goes to the button on the top. And the same thing with that donate link. This one is going to national, but you can change that to a page on your website.
Got it.
Okay.
Could we
Got it.
change it like to the SPF, AAUW California SPF?
You can. The challenge with that is that people won't know what that means. you might want to send them to a page that says you can donate to Tech Truck, because if they just want to donate to your branch or they want to donate to AAUW and you send them to SPF, they're going to be lost. So you could create a page that allows you to have that dialogue with the links in it to send them someplace. So the other thing I want to show you on this page is the branch address, which is down below the resource links. You can, if you put your branch, if you have a branch address, our branch doesn't, we're all virtual, but if you have a physical address that you want, it will appear on your page near the bottom under the AAUW Mid-Peninsula logo. And then the next one that's important is your social media. So you can add other social media. So if you click on the button on the right that says add social media property, you can add different, LinkedIn, Instagram, whatever. And if you put your URL on the right-hand side, then when it's on the top, it'll be on the top, it will go to the right place.
Got it.
Okay?
Perfect.
So, so you can go back to the front page and we'll take a look. I
The
appreciate that you can navigate here. Okay, so we just talked about the very top where
okay.
it says uh, F for Facebook, donate and join. The next section, let's see, your red donate button, you got that. You want to add a link for branch donations. We talked about that. And the blue join us button. Okay, so the things that you were concerned about have been addressed. But let me show you this section here is the menu. Okay, so you have a lot of things on your menu. So you have a donate here. You have in your donate and join, you have them in 3 different places. So I would encourage you to think about where you want them to go. So your donate to AAUW might be, depending on what it says, might be better to be in the red donate button at the top. If it's a page, you can change that URL up there. And the same thing with join. If you have a join us page, you could put that link in the very top and get rid of 2 of your menu items because they're already there.
So where is that section edited?
So you're going to go to customize. Go back to the other page.
Oh,
And on the very top in the black bar, it says
oh,
customize.
okay. So that's in the,
It's in a couple of different places.
is
So,
it? Oh, okay. So,
um,
so do I have to be logged into my dashboard to see that link?
yeah,
Okay. So if
yeah,
I were just looking at it, that link wouldn't be there.
correct.
It's an interesting way of editing. Okay, so that's actually, so it's customized and it's in the home, it's in
Right.
the outward facing.
So, yeah,
part.
so this is, well, it's not in the outward facing, it's just you're logged in and that black bar at the top is um it shows that you have logged in. Okay.
Okay, so okay, let me go back here a second. Okay,
So
so I know hang on. Okay, so I'm on this outward facing page, but I'm
right,
logged in. So it's sort of like
right. So
I'm
you,
getting a preview more than using the site as a user. I click.
yeah, you're not, so that bar at the top
Mhm.
shows that it's you. So go back to that
Okay,
spot.
sure.
Okay. So you have my sites on the left-hand side. So if you were managing more than one site, you would see a list of sites there. The next one over is your branch, and you can go to the dashboard, you can go to widgets, and you can go to menus there. Like I said, there are many ways of doing this. Customize is another option. You can create new, you can create a post, a page from this.
Oh,
You can edit this page here, and on the right-hand side it says howdy, and that's how you know who's logged in. So that black bar is your individual login. So it allows you, you're kind of on the back end and you're seeing the front end
Got
at
it.
this.
Got
So if you can go to customize and we'll go to menus, or you can go to branch and menus. Like I said, there's many ways to get there, but let's go to customize and then go to menus. Okay. So, you have, ooh, this is interesting. Donate to, go to menu one and do the arrow to the right. There you go. Okay. So you'll notice that this matches what you see on the screen. So you have welcome, welcome, events, programs, and it tells you what kind of thing it is. So these are, for the most part, pages. And then the donate to AAUW is a custom link, and the members only is a page. So if you click on one of them, just click on it doesn't matter, just click on one. You can change the title. And here you can say open in a new tab, so it always opens in a new tab. Um, and I don't know if the description thing works, but right now the navigation label says join. And if you look at the bottom, it says original is join. So they're the same. But if let's say that your page was join AAUW in the season of giving, that's too big to go on the menu. So you can shorten it by going to the navigation label and shortening that. In this case, they're both the same. So, for instance, also, if you went to branch newsletters, you could just say newsletters instead of branch newsletters because it's kind of redundant to have it there. But your page probably says branch newsletters. So you can decide if you want to remove donate to AAUW or join from this page because it's someplace else. Up to you, but this is where you would do it. And then if you go to add items on the bottom there you go. It gives you the things that you can add. So if you have posts, you could add a specific kind of post. Or if you go to categories, this is a place if you had set up you don't have any categories, but if you had set up a category of special interest groups, you could put special interest groups on there and it would go to that category and you would see all of the posts that are associated with that category. That makes sense?
Mhm.
Okay. Let's see. So that allows you to change the menu. Anybody, before we go on, does anybody have questions about the menu piece and where to find it?
I
And
have
then
a question. I have a
uh-huh,
question
uh-huh.
about format. Format, like on this example here, the photograph is in a horizontal bar that shows up on every single page that we have. It's pretty wide on like on my laptop. It takes up most of the screen. But it looks better on the phone. It doesn't take it up so much space. How do we narrow that
Can't,
horizontal bar?
you can't. It's
You
just part of the
can't.
Yeah, it's just part of the framework. And it adjusts. So depending on the size, so if I set it down to 80%, for instance, the image is still going to be big, but all the text is going to be smaller. Because everybody's screen might be different, depends on what browser you're using, if you're doing it on a phone, if you're doing it on a tablet. So you sometimes have white space on the side, which looks like it's extra, but that has to do with the device that you're looking at it on. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
But why does it have to be on every single page?
Um,
It's like a header. It's like a header, but usually the headers or the title of the page is just a few words, like one or two words.
That is the theme that they have chosen. So that's the way it
Okay.
works.
Okay.
Just like on the inside pages, they're all like blue AAUW things,
Yeah.
and you can try to put another image on there, and it doesn't really change what's on there. It just sits on top of that. It's a poor
Mhm.
design from my perspective, but that's what we have. So
Thank you.
as long as we're talking about pictures, if you could go to the menus and go back, so there you go. So the header image is what you were talking about here. And if you click on the header image to the right, there you go. Okay. So it doesn't, I know that it says no image set, but that's a lie because you have an image there. So you can add a different image, and the documentation tells you how wide it needs to be and how tall it needs to be. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but some of you have asked about the rotating banner.
Mm.
And on ours, we have a rotating banner, and it's a GIF. So you can make the image be a GIF, GIF. The way that I did mine was I went into Canva. I
Mhm.
created a video that had um, 3 images on it, and I said how long the image should last. And so it rotates through those 3 images when I put it on here. So kind of a whole different thing, and we can talk about that when we get to Canva. But it's essentially a video that's I created on Canva. And when you do that and you save it, you know how when you download or share on Canva, one of the options is save as a GIF, GIF. So if you're looking for that, you'll find it there. Um, Karen says font size control on the website is primary concern to me. It's either too large or too small. Okay, not quite sure what to do with that. We can talk a little bit about how to change the size, but let's just hold that thought for a minute. So why don't you go outside of header image and go back? All right. Colors, you're not going to change. Don't change the background image. The site identity has already been done. So it's menus and widgets here. And if you want to click on widgets, so you were asking about the main sidebar on the right-hand side. So if you go main sidebar and click on that, and
Wow.
if you kind of scroll on the right-hand side, you can see that these match. So you have the search at the top, and you have the follow us on Facebook, and then you have Work Smart, and then you have some national links. So all of those are located on the left-hand side. So you can remove the things or change the things. So I think on this one, the implicit association test, you wanted to change the link. So you find it on the left-hand side. It's probably, um, uh, not sure where it is. It might be under more, no, more links. It's probably there, probably under that one. There you go. So you have all of these different things. So if you wanted to remove one or update it, you just click on it, and then the URL is changeable here. So if you wanted to have the implicit association test go someplace else, or if you wanted to even change the label, the key is that above it, the URL is where it goes, and below it is what the navigation label says.
Got it.
And the donate to, you have another donate here, so you could decide where you want your donate to go. Okay. And you'll also notice that on the right-hand side, you see the little blue circle that has the pen in it. That's the edit. So you can click in here and go to the edit part of it. So there's many ways of getting to the place that you want to go to. So, okay, let's move on to donate, we got through those. Let's move on to Dorothy. Are we allowed to edit the right-hand column? So if you want to stop sharing, Dorothy, did that answer your question?
Absolutely.
Okay, but
Absolutely. Thank you very
yeah,
much.
you had another question, which was how to put in a YouTube video. So
Yes,
if you want to share the page where you want to put that in.
I will try to do that. Um, share first. I have to find the page. Um,
And while we're waiting, for those of you who didn't give me your name and branch in the chat, go ahead and do that now.
oh, I'm really not very good at this. Okay.
That's okay.
Um, no, I need to go to the page and I need to
Okay,
get rid of this. Sorry. And sorry, go back.
that's okay. You do have to log in. So go to the bottom and do the login.
Yes, I'm already logged in, but I cannot see
Mm,
it now.
yeah, you're not logged in. I
Oh,
mean,
okay. Well, I will log
thought you
in
were
then.
logged in, but that black bar
Okay,
is missing.
log in. I thought I was. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.
All right. I believe I have actually figured this out.
Okay.
So if
Good.
people know how to do it, um, that is just fine. So edit. It's on the Tech Trek page,
Yep.
and there's a video on the California website.
Yep.
And I put the picture of it and then I put the link. And now I
Yep.
realize I should have right clicked on it and put embed the embed
Well,
the is that
embed
right?
doesn't necessarily work, but
Oh,
if you go to that video and then copy the link, you should be able to just put the link in here. And it should, okay. All right. So copy the link at the top. I don't know why it's not
yeah,
showing.
sorry. Go
Yeah, so
back.
it's okay. Copy the link in the URL at the top. It's probably the same, but let's just make sure.
Yep.
Okay. And then go back to your edit page. And at the end of this line, hit enter. My guess is that this came over wrong when they did the migration. So go to like a new line. So at the end of this one, just hit enter,
Okay.
hit enter, and then
Hmm.
hit paste because you copied it. Uh, uh,
That's what I get.
yeah. Now go to preview changes. I did it this afternoon and it worked on my
Oh,
site.
okay.
But go ahead to do preview page on the
Where's
right
preview
side.
pages? On the
On the
left?
right hand side,
On the
underneath publish, go
Oh,
further right.
sorry. I'm sorry. I have to get
That's
rid
okay.
of the
Oh, are we
Zoom.
sitting in
Okay.
front of you?
Okay.
Yeah,
Preview page. Where is it?
it's up a little bit, up to the right.
All right.
Preview changes.
Preview
There you go.
changes.
Huh. So that's weird. Mine definitely popped in there
Yeah.
a bit earlier today. Okay, let me take a look at that and then we'll
It's
work on that.
actually, but I think if you actually click on it, it's actually you can go to the video from that. It's just
You
giving you the
can.
title now.
Well,
You
you
can.
could go from the other thing,
It's a
but I
lot, it's a
wanted
lot,
it
I
where,
know, but it's a lot cleaner. This is what the system's now doing.
yeah,
I
sorry.
noticed on other pages. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are you saying?
Well, what I've noticed is that on a variety of different sites, this is
Mhm.
what it's doing when you share URLs. It's actually giving you the title, so it's a little cleaner
you don't see the
Oh, yeah, yeah, no,
HTTPS
I
type of thing.
understand that, but
Yeah.
I want this to be embedded in the picture.
If you if
So
you if you click
if
the
you,
picture, you can
Yeah,
edit it and you should be able to
to
add it
see.
there.
no, so you want to, so click on it. See, I think
In the
it's,
edit, go to
Well,
edit
this is just a
page.
picture. I mean,
Yeah.
this is,
yeah,
But you
yeah.
have
yeah.
to go to the edit page at the top. Go to the edit
Okay, I'm
page
back
because
to
you're
edit. Okay,
Okay.
good. All right.
now click the photo
Okay.
and see with the pencil, go to
Yeah.
edit, and you can you should be able to put a URL in here.
See, where it says link to,
Okay.
down
Link
at the near the
to.
bottom on the left,
Okay, link to.
and it should say custom URL,
Okay.
and then put the URL in there.
All right, I did it twice, but back, back, back.
Okay,
Aha.
now update it. Okay, now
Okay.
you now you can update. The only problem with it is that people don't know if they click on it that it's going to launch it,
Right.
um, because it doesn't have the little triangle on it.
Right.
Um,
That's what I was wanting.
yeah.
Um, I
So
mean,
if you
truthfully, I'm not bothered by it. I just
yeah.
thought it
So
would
if
be nicer.
But
yeah,
now
if you
click on
go
the
up,
click on the photo now. Click on the yeah, and it takes you.
Yeah, it works, but like she's saying, nobody would know that that's, but if I take out all the other stuff, maybe they'll try.
well,
Okay.
the other thing you can do is you can take that image into Canva and just
Mhm.
drop a red arrow on top of it and then bring it back
Oh,
because it's just
that's a
an
good
image.
idea.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So I know it's there now and I'll save it and then I will get rid of this other thing and then I'll go in Canva.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I wanted to comment a little before you go on the different
Okay.
tabs you have open. So when you edit something and then you preview it,
Mhm.
sometimes you close the edit page before saving. So the edit page
Right.
before you save it is kind of a test. And then now you have two edit pages open, and sometimes people get confused, and so they'll go back to
Oh,
the first edit page and save it, and they've undone their changes. So just be
oh,
careful
so which
about
one am
that.
I
Yeah.
saving?
Well, you're saving the one that you're in.
Yeah,
So
okay.
and
So
you sometimes you get a message that there's a more current version out there. So that's
okay.
something to keep track of. And then as long as we're here, let's talk a little bit about Kieran's comment about the size of the font. So the so when you copy stuff over from another document, you can't see it here. If you go into the code tab, you can see it, but it brings over a bunch of formatting. And so sometimes you get stuff on this page that is all different shapes and sizes because you've copied stuff from Word or Excel or whatever, and they're all different. So
Mhm.
one thing to do, and we're not going to save this one, so you can do this and we'll cancel out before we save it. But if you were
Okay.
to highlight that text next to Tech Trek, that
Okay.
AAUW, if you highlight that whole thing, and let's say that you brought that over from someplace else. Um,
Mhm.
if you go to next to the T on the bottom row of underneath paragraph, there's a T there, and then to the right of it is a yeah, one more clear formatting.
Clear
If
formatting
yes, if
here.
you clear formatting, hit that, it's going to take out the formatting that came with the text. And so sometimes you can't even see here that it's different, but then you go and look at the page and it's different and you can't figure out why. So the
Mm.
first thing I always do is I clear formatting. The other thing you can do when you're just moving text over, instead of doing Control V, which is
Mhm.
just paste, you can do Control Shift V, which removes the formatting as you paste it. Okay, so Control Shift V removes the formatting as you paste it, or you can go up here and do the remove formatting. But
Okay.
let's say that you just didn't like this text. If you
Mhm.
highlight it, there's a thing called paragraph at the
Right.
top. And
Right.
if you click down there, there are other
Mhm.
things, but they're mostly headings. And the
Right.
headings are theoretically, you're supposed to be able to, it gets smaller, but it's sort of hierarchical. This site does not do much with the hierarchical stuff, but you could use these as other ways of changing the
Want to do
font.
that.
Yeah. And then you can always bold it or italicize it on the
Mm.
other side. On the flip side, where you had a bunch of formatting that you wanted to get rid of, sometimes I format something in Word and then I copy it over because I can't get it to look like I want to here, and it brings the formatting with it. So it's a kind of a double-edged sword. But if
Mm.
you're having problems with all of the font being different, try doing erase formatting.
Okay. Thank you.
And then you can just close this tab without updating it, and then the
Right.
changes that we made will go away.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Isabel, are you ready to share? You can go ahead and stop sharing,
I
and then
did
Isabel
stop.
can share. And then Sandy, thanks for putting in the embed link there. You can try that, it's in the chat. And then let's see. Bev, let's talk about that later. How long do you suggest keeping things on the site? Um, it should just be current. So if you don't think of it as a filing cabinet, you would take it off when it's not active anymore. So you might want to save old newsletters because people do go back and look at those. But meeting minutes and stuff like that is
Mm.
somebody really is a new member going to really go back and look at 7 years worth of meeting minutes? Probably not. So I would take those things off. Um, let's see. Bonnie says, I have a problem when I try to use a variety of text sizing. It applies changes to large areas of text. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Maybe we'll have time you can show me. All right, so Isabel has this list here. And the first thing she's looking at is she would like the order to be different. So right now it's oldest to newest.
Mhm.
There isn't anything within this tool that will help you.
Okay.
But what you can do is you can highlight that list and then go over to Excel and pop it in Excel and then sort it. And you can sort it by the year.
Okay.
And then you could do the reverse. And I'll show you, I did this for you. I'll show you that.
So
Um,
you recommend, Sandy, you recommend Excel versus Word into a table?
You can do either, but word into a table, depending on what you're trying to sort by, it may or may not work, but either of them works. But
Gotcha.
you can copy from Excel into here and use it as a table.
Oh, I can. Okay.
Mhm. Yep. And then you were commenting about 4 columns. I did that, and I did do that one in Word. I did both Excel. Well, I don't know which I did. I think I did it in Excel. I did both of them. Um, And if you make the columns smaller,
Right. Narrower.
you can put 4 columns across and it will work.
Oh,
Um,
excellent.
yeah. And
Okay.
then the other thing that I did was I put an image in here. So you had some images down
Right.
below.
So down, yes. So once we had, oh, Lord, where did my mouse decided to go away? Oh, there it is. No. Oh my goodness.
Images of the
Talk about
president.
technology.
Mhm.
Oh, there's my mouse. There it is.
Is that what you wanted? Images of
There
the
it is.
president?
Okay. So the images, so similar to how you did your posts when you were putting images into your book club and stuff like that.
Yep. Yep. You could make this table 3 columns wide
Uh-huh.
and put the image in the third column. So
Right.
you copy 3 columns into the
The,
page.
the date, the name, and then the image. Okay.
Yep.
Mm.
Well, you have to add the image here. You can do the date, the name,
Right.
and then you
Right.
have to go because you have to pull it from your media library. But you
Okay.
can pull it from your media library and put it in that column.
Right. Right. Okay. Excellent. Okay, that's easy. I can do that.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure out. I didn't know if there was a way to do it on the actual site. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then you were asking about storage. So are you running out of storage? Is your media library telling you that you're full?
Well, what I've had to do is delete like I had other images of programs or events and stuff like that, that some of them that we were using, but they're older. And as I've deleted them from the pages, I just need to go back to the media library and then delete them there to free up space, right?
Yep.
Because
Yep.
we're limited on that. Now I had a question about that. When you do your rotating banner at the top, how much space does that take up?
It doesn't take, a GIF
Oh,
is pretty
really?
small. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
pretty.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
The other thing is if you're making your images in Canva, you don't have to make them high quality because it's on the screen. So you can downsize the size of the image to start with before you load it.
Right.
And then there's also a tool on the media library called Smush.
Oh, to
And
compress it.
all of the images when they migrated over were smushed, but
Okay.
any new ones that you add were not smushed. So you
Right.
have to do that manually.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see, smaller, Okay, let me share for a moment. Okay, so here's the table that I did. So I sorted it and let me share the spreadsheet. So I took it all and then
Mm.
I moved part of it up here and I did actually a 4 column. And it looks like this. So you can do 4 columns. I just, arbitrarily said which ones to move up. And then this is when I did 3 and I put an image in there. So
Mm.
that's what it would look like if you wanted to do that. You could also put the image underneath here. Um, if I got rid of this image and deleted and then did this and said add media and I put her in there. She goes under there and then you could center it.
Okay.
And then it looks like, where's my screen's a little different.
Mm.
They're all a little different.
Mm.
So that's underneath there, you
Okay.
know. And then you can decide whether you like that or not, but that's the process to do it.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's see. Let me go back to some of the questions. Um, chat. Where's my chat? Let me stop sharing. I've got too many windows open. Let's see. So, Bev says, when I go to the red donate button to edit, an icon shows up that does not let me edit. This is the red donate button on the home page that only goes till national. This is Bev. Is this the one at the top, Bev?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you share your screen?
Um, Okay, let me see.
No, no pressure.
Okay. Well, of course, it doesn't show it here. The place I need to go, I guess, was to view page, if I remember. Yeah. Okay, and get everybody out of there. It's this button. And
Uh-huh.
when I click on it, yeah, it goes there. I was trying to do the other part. Let me go back again. Make sure I'm still
So
signed in because it
yeah, you are.
logs you out really quickly.
Yeah, but you don't want to go there.
Oh,
So
okay.
you want to go over to Glendale Branch, and you want to go to customize.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Toby was right. It does not show up. Customized does not show up because I brought my iPad too just to
Yeah,
double check what I can do.
yeah. I
Um,
can't I can't help you guys with the
yeah, it's
with
okay. But
iPad
here
stuff.
you can
Yeah.
see the icon come up. I'm just
Right,
over
Mhm.
donate,
right,
and
right.
that's what's
So
happening.
so you don't have um that on here. Remember, that's under settings. So you want to close out the customize on the left-hand side, and you want to go to Glendale Branch, and then you want to go to dashboard, and you want to go to site settings on the bottom left, and the donate link is right there, the
Oh,
second one down.
perfect. Okay, because we have Zephy too that goes right into, so that might be, that's really good to know. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Let's see if you want to the problem when you try to. So Bonnie says I have a problem when I try to use a variety of text sizing. It applies changes to large areas of text. Um, so I think that probably you have copied and pasted something over from someplace else, and it thinks it's all one string of text versus multiple strings of text. So that's been usually the problem. And sometimes you just have to copy it, move it away, and then move it over like one at a time. Because for some reason, and you can't see this unless you go into code, which I don't want you to have to do, but sometimes it's all in the same kind of container. So when you change part of it, it changes the whole thing. So that's what I would try.
Usually, if you cut and paste it into a text editor, all of the formatting will go away. So you cut it, you paste it into text editor notepad, and then you put it back in. And
Yeah, or
that
you can do Control Shift V, takes out the formatting too. Yeah. Toby says, will erase formatting help with upper paragraph is centered, then want to align the next line to the left, but then the upper paragraph aligns to the left. It's the same issue, Toby, is that it's thinking it's all one block of text. It looks like different blocks of text to you, but it's all in the same container. Um, let's see. When I said how long, it refers to meetings, scholarship recipients, events, not meetings. It's really, Toby, it's really up to you how long information stays on there. Just my observation is be critical and think about who is your audience. If your audience is a potential member, what are they really going to care about? And do they want to look multiple years back and see things or not? And can you organize it in a way that they don't have to make a lot of clicks? So less clicks, less dense, and something that they can find things right away. Joanne, on my screen. So Joanne, did you see what we did? I think that was probably related to the button. Where's Joanne? Joanne.
Sorry, no, I didn't
Okay.
see. It's
Okay, so you said on my screen, on my PC doesn't show customize either. So you have to have, are you logged in?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, you want to share your screen and show me?
Okay, let's see. How do I share my screen there?
There's a red, it's not red,
Oh,
Christmas.
there we go.
There's a
Green.
green button on the bottom.
Green.
Is it a giraffe or a zebra?
There we go.
Okay, So the customize shows when you're actually looking at the thing. So go up to Danville and go visit site. Okay, see the customize there? That's the customize. What do you, I should have asked you what you're trying to customize. Maybe that is or isn't what you need to do.
I was just looking at the way you did the menus is not the way I would normally do them, and it looked much easier to do the way you did it. So
Yeah. Yeah, there are a couple different ways. You can go underneath
yeah,
your
because
branch
I
and then
gone
go,
to appearance and then menu and then that way.
yeah.
Okay, thank you. No,
You're
that
welcome.
answers my question.
Okay. All right. So I think I got all the questions in the chat. Did I miss anybody's question that you have a burning question? Just shoot it out, Joanne.
Uh, well, I'll just say the one that my burning question was about formatting stuff and having all the images go wacko. So
Oh, okay.
I see
So,
that making tables would be the answer, I think.
well, that's one. That's
Mhm.
one way. The other way that you can do it is there. So there are different. We didn't go through this today, but there are different modular sections.
Mhm.
So you can add a row that has an image on the right or the left-hand side. So
Yeah.
if you have an image on the left, you can add the image, and let's put Rosie back. And then you can have a title, Rosie, and then you can have content, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And you can decide how big that title is, whether it's 2 or 3. Um, and then let's preview it. Now this is going to be down at the bottom because I have this whole table thing up here. But this is a way to put the image next to the text. That's one way to do it.
Yeah,
You can also
that's
put it in a table, but you can have it this way.
well, I was trying to get like 3 images lined up across the page, and that just
Oh, yeah,
wasn't happening.
yes, a table does work for that. Are
Mhm.
you trying to put text around it? Because you could also use a gallery.
I didn't try the. No, I guess that instance I wasn't. I did have one today where I was, or yeah, last night where I was trying to put in a couple of images, and then when I did the preview, all these blank lines showed up between the image and the text, and I ended up having to delete it all and put it back in again to get it to get rid of the extra blank lines.
So here's the gallery, and you can say add to gallery. And so let's do 3 pictures, but it's limited. It shows it like this. So if you have
Yeah.
3 pictures, and then you can do another row. Where's my preview? So you have
And
your
you
3 pictures like that.
can you adjust the size of the images with that or not?
Um, let's see. I don't know that you can change the size here. I don't think so.
Okay.
You can sort them, but yeah, it's a limited kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But you're right, when you put them next to each other, sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, and it can be frustrating.
Sandy, if you add a description to that little gallery, does it go below it?
Oh, well, let's see. But it doesn't show the captions, does it?
Hmm.
I think so the caption comes from the image itself, as does the
Right,
title.
right.
Let's see what happens if we do that. And sometimes, preview does most of the function, but it doesn't do all of the function. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
it
putting,
doesn't. Okay.
yeah. Yep.
Sandy, could you please rerun that because I see on mine, I don't see like the top part where you would put Rosie. Of course, I'm
It's
looking at my iPad right now.
Yeah, I think Toby, I would really encourage you to use a computer
Well,
because
I can't while you're on. Okay,
okay,
I'll
but
try.
you,
Mhm.
a lot of times the iPad just has different, it doesn't display everything. So where the title is under the image and it's called section title.
Section. Okay.
Yeah. And she's kind of big. I think this is kind of big. Can I make her
Hmm.
smaller? Mm, yeah, some of these things are limited. I can't really change
Oh,
her size. Wonder if I can do it here. I can scale it. So let's make it 150, which is almost like a thumbnail. Let's see what she looks like now. Yeah, she's smaller
Yeah,
now.
better.
You can change her size.
Sandy, I thought you could put the names under the gallery people.
I don't think it's under gallery. I think it's just when you insert a media picture, I think you have more options then. So if we did um, like section content and we added media here and we added Rosie here, um, I think we can do a caption here.
Hmm.
So when it's an individual image, you have more control over it. The gallery that they've installed kind of strips out the functionality.
Sandy, do our computers, I mean, I see that the latest update is 6.8.3 on WordPress that was done in September. Do we have to be aware of our own, browsers to make sure everything is up and running, to make sure that everything is going to work?
I haven't ever had to do that.
Okay.
I think now that Chrome is out of date, that is mostly for security issues, the
Okay.
Chrome updates.
Hmm.
I think eventually we'll get to the point where we'll start having some issues and they'll say, oh, you need to be on the latest version of
Okay.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and I stay away from, and I don't know, Toby, if you're using a Mac, but I definitely stay away from Safari no matter what. If my life depends on it, never use it.
Okay, come on. There's got to have one more. I can do one more. Let's see. Can you click on each picture in a gallery and add text? We just did that. Okay. All right. If
I
we
have a
hire someone else to do our part of the website, how do they get access to this part? Well, if somebody is going to maintain your website, you need to add them. Oh, I was going to share that. So, a couple of other things to just be aware of. So, how do I know if my website is on the national template? And because it says up here, AAUW.net. That means it's on a national template. So if you have done your own WordPress site or done, different browser, different site, it won't show that. And then people always wonder, how do I get on the site? So National has, there's nobody from National here, is there? Has conveniently not put the site resources information on the current website. And now the current website is what, 4 or 5 years old? So you just have to know that it's called site resources at aauw.org. And they're not updating this anymore. But this is the location where you are two things that are valuable. One is if you don't have a website, you're probably not here, but if you don't have a website and you want to start one, you fill out this service agreement and tell them who you are. They migrate you over for free. Okay. I don't know what they're doing in terms of their service contracts. They used to have a service contract for like $195 a year, and they'll make your updates for you. You still have to give them content. They're not going to do it for you, but $195 a year is like an hourly rate for IT people now. Hourly, hourly. So it's a good deal. They're not always fast, but they can make the changes, but you still have to give them the content. The other thing to look at is if you want to, Sarah, you commented, how do you give people access? They would need to have be a website editor. So you would go to this support request form for new website editor and put that information in, and then say what kind of person you want them to be. Generally, you want them to be an editor or a super editor. And they don't describe the difference between the two. So I always go for super editor because there are just things missing, and you don't know that you don't have them until you need them and you see that somebody else has them. So I would do a super editor. So I hope that helps people find things. All right. I think that's it. The link to the site resources page. Oh, hang on. Let me go there. Let me find it. Okay, here comes the link. All right, well, it's been fun. Yes, Karen.
I was going to say that um, our website, as I said earlier, is pitiful because I'm doing so many things, and I just when I'm really embarrassed, I go do something. But we are free on National, and this Cheryl at Site Resources has been very nice, and she does help me because I tell her there's not a thing I can do, and I'm hunting for somebody, but there I am. And I asked you about the fonts, and I will certainly use the advice tonight because I've asked her several times, and she thinks I'm a lot smarter than I am. And so I go, oh dear, I had fonts that were 40, it's huge. The next one, you could barely read it. And I didn't know what to do. So I have some things there. But the thing is, they are free. They still are free. They do not advertise that they are free. But if anybody needs help, go there and just say, I need help, and you'll get help. And she said, I can't help you immediately. Well, I said, I have no help at all. So,
Right, so anything's good, yeah.
anything. And I usually get something back in 3 days, but I can't count on that. And you can't count on me doing it. I'm treasure and 100 other things. I just can't keep that up. But it is so important. And one thing, Sandy, that you said tonight that is so, have it short and sweet. People are very forgiving. We had 3 people actually join us because of the miserable website, because all we do is put something on the first page, and we say, anything else you can do would be wonderful. so we do have that now and then, but I'm not even consistent on that. But there is it there. And I was so pleased. All of a sudden, I saw this strategic plan on our website. I thought, well, isn't that nice? We didn't know a thing about it, but it is embarrassing if you're not up to date on it. And you just got to keep working until you find that special person. But thank you for your advice tonight. And I just wanted to tell you, it's still free to me, and it's been 2 years now.
Good. Okay.
It's free.
Yep.
Yeah. So Margaret, you said that you've been told you can't get access to change the site. So I just showed you how to do that. So you fill out that form and you should be able to get access. I don't know who told you you can't get access. Can you tell me who told you that? You're on mute and I can't see you, so I don't know if you're talking or not.
I thought Cheryl could work that one out.
Yeah, you just have to fill out the form, and I've never had anybody have a problem with it, so I'm not really sure.
I just send an email. I don't do anything with the form. I just do the site resources.
Okay, well, I'm like one of those rule followers, there's a form I'm supposed to fill out. I'm gonna fill out the form, but if an
I
email
didn't know
works.
about a form.
Yeah, nobody ever told me about a form, and I've never filled out a form.
Okay, well then just send Cheryl an email and it goes to site resources. To that, let's see. Let me
And when
put
I
that.
go, if I start doing something for another branch, I just write to Cheryl and say, Cheryl, please put me on thus and such branch, and she does.
All right, let me give you the email address too. Well, let me give you hers and not ours. I don't need any more business. Okay, here you go. It's site resources at aauw.org. Here you go. So send her an email. And she knows we're having a session tonight because I emailed her in a panic and said, is it going to be up by tonight? Is it going to be up so I can at least do my work? So, all right. Well, this has been fun. I hope you got something out of it. And our next session will be on February 18th, and it'll be about Canva. So I'll probably do the same thing. What kind of issues are you having? And does this format work for people to be able to? Yeah, okay.
Great.
Okay,
Want to
Sandy,
stop the recording?
it's all right to have the recording stopped. It's just, can you, ahead of that meeting, give us some links, Canva, like study links, YouTube study links, so that we'll have because there's so much, even the last time that there was a presentation on Canva, it was like, what? And it was like overwhelming.
Well, I would suggest that you just Google.
Okay.
Canva,
I didn't know if you had any favorites.
Canva, I don't. I can't find the turn off. There we go.
There's a lot